What is happening, my good people? This is your main man Ben here, bringing you some fantasy goodness. Oh my goodness, it has been a while since I posted. I think it has about like what, 3 weeks? Man, ooh, I didn't miss it at all. But yes, for real though, man. Since our last post, it has been a good stuff happening in my fantasy football. Maybe that's partly, I don't want to jinx myself. I stopped sending out some projections and all that stuff, but mainly, guys, I was out, still busy, still getting it together. I got my math class, and this is the only thing that is in my way, so I can just wear that toga and just march. But yes, we got math problems, but we are handling it like a real ninja. We're not cheating, we're not doing anything. We're gonna do this Konoha way, man. But yes, guys, it's week 8 in fantasy football, and we are going to give our pick of the week. Since I got a little bit of spare time and all that stuff, I'm so jacked up right now because I don't have my toys here anymore. As you can see, I do not have it focused on whatnot in here, but I have it in my background. But yes, I just want to put it in there because all these toys and all that stuff is part of my childhood, and our inner child sometimes will just knock on our hearts and, hey, you're growing older, but your stuff, you still got that inner, little kid inside of you. But going on to our week 8, guys, we are going to give you our projections, picks and bust or whatnot, but we are heading straight at it. Since our last report, it has been smooth ride. I started like 0, I was a 0-4 or 0-5. No, 0-4. Until then, until week 7, I've been recovering on my other leagues. So I have been winning nonstop 3 straight games since week 5. I beat my buddy Marco on that one. That was my first win, 127. Yep. And then I got redemption win for the 2-time back-to-back champion in that league. Hot takedown, Wamsi. I beat him with authority. Look at this score. I don't want to boast and make a lot of noise, but just because I'm really busy, I'd love to put a report on this one, guys, because Wamsi is a 2-time back-to-back champion, and that's really hard thing to do. And I know a guy with the name Don Mark did that too, made me quit on that league. But yes, guys, we're moving on. On week 7, yes, I have beaten this guy as well, Chris. And this guy, first 4 weeks in our league was scoring like crazy. In fact, he was one of the top dogs in terms of scores. And yes, I beat him too. And this week, that's going to be, I'm knocking the wood, it's going to be the same case because I am going against Be More Devil Dogs. Hey, Courtney. Yeah, that's my main man, Courtney Eubanks. Yes, we are going head to head. And no bets this time. We are all busy at work and school. But yes, I'm reporting that exactly is my point, because Mitch Trubisky, this guy I picked up in the waiver wire and has been performing like crazy, guys. So I don't know if he's still available in your league, but I know I reported this when I made that bold move that I have traded Phillip Rivers in favor of, I acquired Tyreek Hill. In Baker Mayfield. Tyreek Hill was amazing, dude. I don't know how I got that deal, but it was offered to me. When I saw it, I was like, yo, guess what? Take Phillip Rivers. I know he's a guaranteed, but Tyreek Hill has been really the boost that I need in my team, especially Devontae Freeman went out as a little, I don't know, man, non-stop injury. That's what he's been doing. And that was my second pick. That really hurted me. But yes, we are 3-game win streak. I am glad because we have a little bit of wager at work. 5 of us, whoever is the last out of 12 people in the league, will be buying lunch to that 5 folks. So I do not want to be that man. Fortunately, we are in the right spot currently, sitting in week 8, and we are number 7 in our league. So given that situation, guys, there's a couple of things that I want to point out. I have Baker Mayfield sitting in my bench right now, but if I look at his schedule for the rest of the NFL fantasy football, in terms of overall situational till the playoffs, he has a very, very good schedule. So I would say if Baker Mayfield's still available in your league, I think this is a good pickup right now. Just a handcuff, because there's a lot of crazy buys. And yes, as well, if you're Aaron Rodgers fans, the great Aaron Rodgers, the Houdini of the NFL, Randall Cobb and Geronimo Allison, his top wide receivers, top 2, is practicing, which is a very, very good sign, because if you are a Green Bay Packers fans, that would be the boost that you need, because they've been out for 3 weeks and they had a bye last week, so they had a very good rest, because both Randall Cobb and Geronimo Allison was suffering hamstring injuries. So I think they are practicing, fully practicing. They're not in the injury list on week 8, and all systems go for these 2 folks, guys. So take note, if you got Baker Mayfield, I got a good feeling about this kid. They're okay as a team, but I think his coming schedule is going to be really, really enticing in terms of fantasy. So we're not talking about overall team, but just fantasy points. That's we are focusing right now. On my other league, it's still a blessing. I am still top on that other side. And yes, if we looked at it, yeah, I got I got a little bit of metal there. I'm currently 6-1, and I'm facing this week the Sheriff. No, Sakmal ng Tigre. Yeah, these guys are really into it. They need to make their moves, and that 6-1 place, man, it doesn't really matter. If you ask me, if you got that top stuff and all that, I just want to get into playoffs. Maybe I need a couple more wins, and 8 wins out of 12, because just to secure that spot. So currently I'm sitting first place on that other league, but still it doesn't really make any difference if you ask me, if you are not going to be making it into the playoffs, or buys and all that. But yep, that would be our fantasy football updates with regards to our own managing our own team. But going straight towards the games, though, last Thursday night, 23 for Dolphins and Texans 42. The Texans waxed Dolphins big time. Deshaun Watson gave him 5 TDs. My goodness, if you started Deshaun Watson, you should receive at least 47 points on a PPR format. And yes, 47 points on one player. Yep, that was Deshaun Watson. Now, heading on, Eagles versus the Jaguars. This would be on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. I'm going to pick the Eagles in this one, guys, because they are in dire need. The defending Super Bowl champions is in dire need of a win, and I think they are going to get the Jaguars this time. I would project this around 24 Eagles and around 14 to 17 in the Jaguars. Ravens versus the Panthers. I'll be picking, yes, the Ravens, of course. Represent, Charm City. Yep, the Ravens would be a sleeper. I say that right? A slipper team on this NFL this year. I know we have been struggling a little bit, but that last week game with Justin Tucker against the New Orleans Saints, that one kick to overtime, he missed in around 27 field goal line, which is our Justin Tucker, the most accurate kicker in the NFL right now, with the ratings of 90 plus some kind of percentage when in terms of field goals or kicking, he missed in a 27-yard for overtime. But that was painful to watch. But I just want to say that Ravens is going to come back. Very wary though, because freaking Panthers is very, very stingy. Cam Newton is a different breed of a quarterback. He is like a quarterback, but his yards and carries will rival any running backs in the league. Quarterback and running back backslash. That's Cam Newton. But I'm picking the Ravens in this one. 21-17. Ravens will bag this one. Moving on, Broncos versus the Chiefs. I would not hesitate. The Chiefs would win, not because I got Tyreek Hill, but Mahomes is a future quarterback in the NFL. If you've been watching this kid, you'll be blown away how he makes freaking 3 touchdowns in first 2 quarters. Fantasy wise, you can see 22 points in 2 quarters and not even done in. I was cringing last week because I'm going against him, Mahomes, the quarterback in Chiefs. But thank God I got Tyreek Hill. But so, yep, I won that league. But I am picking the Chiefs on this one. High scoring game. Patrick Mahomes, if he is quarterbacking this team, less than 30 points guaranteed in this team. They produce so much. Chiefs would win, I would say 35. Broncos would be around 14-17, maybe 21. But yep, I am picking the Chiefs in this one. Browns versus the Steelers. Oh God, can I skip this one? No, I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers just because they are a more solid team. I would pick it 21 for the Steelers. Browns would probably be, I don't know, 10. Seahawks versus the Lions. I am picking the Seahawks in this one. They just came out of the bye week. Chris Carson, I think he's back at the helm. I know the running back committee is still in Seahawks. It's going to be a little bit of gamble if you're going to decide to put Carson this week. But I'm picking the Seahawks. Russell Wilson's team. He's still got what's his name? Lockett and the half Filipino guy, Baldwin. Yup. As long as Baldwin's healthy, this team could go, from 0 to 60 real quick. I pick Seahawks 28. Lions, I would say 21. Buccaneers versus the Bengals. This is going to be a shootout. Buccaneers is coming right back up. Yep. Jameis Winston's back, I believe. Yes. I know Mike Evans. They got a lot of weapons here in Buccaneers, man. Bengals is not a slacker team. Andy Dalton, AJ Green, Joe Mixon, name it, you got it. This is gonna be a close game. Bengals most likely will come clean on this one by a kick. I can't give you a number, but I think this is gonna be a really close game. Just a kick. Could be 14-17. It could be 21-24. But I give a kick win for the Bengals. Jets versus the Bears. I think the Bears is going to wax the Jets. Khalil Mack, number 1 defense, I would say, in the NFL for now, in terms of interrupting the play with the quarterback. He mastered that craft. Against the Jets, Trubisky, I think they're a little bit more complete team in terms of offense and defense. I would not put a total 100% in terms of trust on Trubisky, but in terms of fantasy football points, how he generates his points, this is a waiver wire pickup that I did 3 weeks ago. And yes, guess what? It's producing like crazy. Yep. You can check his numbers there. I would say Bears wins this one 28-14. Redskins versus the Giants. I got Saquon Barkley here, okay? New York Giants, in any way, shape, or form, you do not want to make any bets in favor of New York Giants. You know why? Because this team is garbage. I did not mean that in an insulting way, but even my fellow co-workers that is New York Giants fans that basically grow up in New York. Yes, New York Giants trash. The only not trash there is my running back, Saquon Barkley. I think is the main focal point of that team. I feel bad for him because the kid wants to win, but they only got one win for now, guys. I mean, what is going on? I think the management needs to look up what's happening with that management. Maybe look out on your O-line, fixing that one. Or for Christ's sake, please get a new quarterback. Eli Manning can't develop the play. I understand that because they need a better O-line. But Jesus Christ, man, he cannot produce anymore. If you have a better options at quarterback, please, he's age. He has served his time. He had brought Super Bowl in that New York Giants team. I think it's about time to move on. But I picked the Redskins on this one. 21 to 14, maybe. Oh my God, I don't know. Giants barely get a touchdown now. Colts versus the Raiders. This is going to be a good one because Colts is going to wax the Raiders. That's all I gotta say. Andrew Luck is back. T.Y. Hilton is healthy. You got problems. Colts will win this one. I would say a high-scoring game, minimum of 35 for Colts. Raiders, God knows, maybe 21 the most. But I picked the Colts. 49ers versus the Cardinals. Who wants to watch this game, guys? Honestly, I don't. Maybe because I don't want any of this team. I don't want to be part of this team. But I would say, for giggles, Cardinals would win. I would say 14-7. Cardinals takes this one. Excuse me. Packers and Rams. This is going to be a good one. High offense game. If you got players and Packers, you might want to put all in because this is going to be a nasty throwing game in the Packers side because Rams is a more complete team in terms of offense and defense, and they got all the packages. Wide receiver, they got running back Todd Gurley's there. This is going to be a high scoring game, but I call the Rams in this one just because they got the edge in the defense. I would say 35-28. Rams wins this one. Saints versus the Vikings. I would pick the Saints. I got the Vikings defense. They are decent. But if you looked at it too, the Vikings is not pushover. Thielen and Kirk Cousins is getting really like chemistry's there. So, but then again, the Saints, man, Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara's back. I mean, Kamara was there. I mean, Ingram is back. They are more weaponized on the offense side, but the defense side is kind of waxy. But there's going to be a high-scoring game. I would pick the Saints. At least 28 points for the Saints, 21 for the Vikings. I'm getting really dry right now. In the Patriots and the Bills, I do not need to explain this, guys. The Patriots will win because these two teams don't like each other. I think there's a rivalry going on, but you cannot call a rivalry if you're not winning. So Patriots would win this one. Call any number, whatever number you pick. I call the Patriots. They would win because Bills doesn't have a chance. But hey, I appreciate you guys watching, man. I'm missing this a lot. It's been 3 weeks since I think the last time I posted some content, but yep, I appreciate you watching, guys. Always remember, God is good all the time. This your main man, Ben here. Hey, peace out.